Journalists in Nigeria have been enjoined to demonstrate more professionalism in reporting cases of conflict-related sexual and gender-based violence to enable governments and other relevant institutions take adequate steps to help mitigate its prevalence in communities and internally displaced persons camps in the country. This was the emphasis to journalists and other media practitioners brought together from Benue and Imo States at the just concluded two-day media training workshop organized for journalists by Civil Resource Development and Documentation Center, Nigeria, in collaboration with Justice Rights Initiative and the support of Ford Foundation. Our correspondent, Gabriel Odia, has the details. The media training is aimed at strengthening capacity and oversight on the use of human rights principles in the prevention of conflict-related sexual and gender-based violence prevalent among women and young girls in communities in Nigeria. The Senior Program Officer for CIRDDOC, who helps on preventing sexual and gender-based violence as a result of conflict and other related issues, called on media advocacy and sensitization to prevent it.
Mainly focusing on prevention of sexual and gender-based violence. Like I said, over the years, many CSOs and agencies have been concentrating on response. But at least Ford Foundation is taking a step further to prevent before the occurrence. And that is the main focus of this program. So we are bringing journalists from Benue State and Imo State, and so that they will be able to assist us, one, in carrying on advocacy and the sensitization, and also publishing most of the issues relating to sexual and gender-based violence.
The lead facilitator, Benjamin Mbakwem, tasked journalists and other media practitioners to ensure their report is evidence-based and joins them to always apply human rights principles, while highlighting the need for accurate data for steps to be taken to prevent the menace, as many communities are now suffering from the effects of SGBV.
Some of our communities are in conflict. It means that the problem has escalated. And because the media is a powerful ally that has a voice that has a very extensive reach, it's important that development workers work with the media to ensure that our communities are peaceful and that all the injustices that people face are brought down to the barest level. It's important that we take our focus on not just on the perpetrators of violence, but begin to look at the survivors and how that has impacted on them, their families and communities. The legislation is there. All we need is the political will to implement those laws and make our communities safe, especially the women and girls who are suffering from the effects of conflict.
Despite lack of credible data from institutions in reporting SGBV issues in the country, they called on both the federal and state governments to establish centers, strengthen existing ones, and implement policies to support people with SGBV cases.